Okay. It work now?
That joint's still black to me.
It's probably your phone. People still logging in my Instagram right now.
Actually, if they can
Can y'all see me on Instagram? Hey.
Oh, yeah, it's on there. Bam.
It's on there?
Oh, I got both of you.
Oh, that's so... How you do that?
I got both apps open.
On the same phone?
Yup.
How you do that? Hey, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. All right, so we about to jump into this live because it's been running on Facebook for 13 minutes? It took us 13 minutes to get this stuff together. Like, that's what it really did. It took us 15 minutes to get this together. But, okay, cool. Boom. So we're going to hit it full throttle. Let's get it. Let's go. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to share, like, comment, if anything. So I know you guys are stopping by. Comment. I just want you guys just to comment. Comment down below if you guys are going to go ahead and you guys feel like your comment denied. Because we're about to run this through and understand this is our second time today, actually. So we wrap it on up today in the office. Let's see. Let me see.
What's up?
Hey.
Ready to say goodbye?
Later. See you tomorrow. I know.
I'll see you
All right. Later.
Go get them papers for me.
All right. No. They trying to drop papers back to my office. I told them to upload it in the portal, the client portal. I want to drop it off to the... No. Bye. Later. All right, so tonight's live actually going to be about if you have a 700 credit score, but you're still getting denied. And here's why. We're going to actually explain that, go through it, and break it down so you guys can go ahead and know why your credit is getting denied. Even with a 700, 800 credit score, you feel like you hit all the data points, but you're getting denied. If you have a 600, a 700, 720 even, actually, and you're still getting denied, we're actually going to talk about it and break it down, and I'm going to explain to you why, the big why. But because your score is not really, it's not your power right now, right? But we're going to understand. It's just a simple thing about understanding, right? How credit works, why a credit, the data points in our credit. All right, so I just want everybody. I don't even know how to work this TikToks for you guys to go ahead and comment, but I want you guys to go ahead and comment denied if you're getting denied. So banks actually look at, and I want everyone, just like how you had a piece of paper early this morning, I want you guys to go ahead and get a piece of paper right now. Get a piece of paper because we're going to do a little bit of schooling today. A little bit of schooling. This is just my notes because this information y'all going to get a whole bunch of reels that's going to be breaking down credit. But you guys can understand. For you guys to go ahead and break down and know what credit and how to utilize it. What is the statement date and how to trick the statement date. That's we're going to go ahead and we're going full throttle in credit. Understanding credit, understand how to use credit, how to maneuver with credit. We're not gonna we putting foot on next all first quarter. Hi Instagram, hi TikTok, and hi Facebook, right? I want to make sure I'm getting all of the highs out the way and all of the highs correct. So write this down, right? Approvals, right? Write approvals, write it at the top. You can write it down below. We're going to write a list. Right? You're going to write a list. So we're going to approval. Approval, and you can put an equal sign. Write an equal. I can't do it because if I write it, and I know if I write it, some people's going to start sitting here and say, I can't see, I don't understand. I don't know, should I write it, start writing how I used to write all my lines backwards? But yeah, some of y'all going to have to save it, download it, save it, flip it. I used to deal with that, and I still haven't figured out how to do it because I disappeared on y'all for before, and now I'm back. So I ain't trying to disappear on y'all. Hey! All right. So approval equals score equals DTI equal banking. Well, plus banking. We're going to do plus. Sorry. It's going to be approvals plus banking plus DTI plus score plus mixed accounts and income stability. Right? I just want you guys to write that formula. Write the formula out. So approvals equal score, DTI, banking relationship, account mix, and income stability. Your score is just one little piece of that whole actual puzzle. Banks approve files, not numbers. Not numbers. They don't approve numbers. They don't care about your numbers. You can have an 800 with a trade line. They don't care. What is this file? They're thinking about what file is going on. What is the file? So they think about the profile, not the numbers. We can go ahead and, yeah, I have a 720 all day. Yeah, they don't, okay, go ahead, go on with your 720. They want to know what that file is. So we're going to break these numbers down, break the understanding, break the language, the credit language, because I know a lot of this stuff is foreign to everybody out there. So I'm going to break it down for you guys to understand. We're going to take baby steps until we can start taking big steps. So we're going to calm it down. All of what social media, all of what everyone is putting out there to you guys, right? All this stuff, all this information that's going out there, right now, come into this space with a clear mind. I want everyone to come in here with a clear mind. Don't forget to share this live, comment, tag somebody, tag about 4 or 5 people to this live. Because I want everyone to come in with a clear mind. Because we all need to get our credit straight. We're going to get it together. So, high DTI equals risk. Put an equal sign. Risk. So, high DTI equal risk. No internal relationships equal automatic decline. And then too many small cards, some small accounts, some starter accounts, too many of the kickoff, too many of the self, too many of the credit AI is going to equal a weak profile, right? It's going to equal a weak profile. And a thin file, it just shows unstable, that we don't know. We don't know if you're going or coming. So if you have thought about any of this in your credit journey, I want everyone to comment score. If you thought about this. I know some of y'all have thought about it. Y'all been sitting here on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever social media. You got a phone, you've been scrolling and getting them little ads and commercials to sign up for this and do this and get Albert and get Ava and get this and get that. I know all of you guys been sitting here going ahead and came across it. Y'all been victim of it, so don't try to act like y'all goody two shoes and y'all don't want to type. Like, this is a no judgment zone. I'm here to help. I didn't come to sell you something, but I'm here to help you on something. So we're going to talk about the silent killers of approvals. Silent killers. Are you guys ready to write this down? Facebook, you ready to write this down? Reporting balances wrong. No leveraging accounts. This is why I've been emphasizing this for the past 2-3 weeks about credit AI and these selfie. I not want to establish banking. Yeah, it's cheap and everything to go ahead and get these little accounts, but when you don't have no bank at all on your credit report, it's like you just I feel like what you guys did, put puzzle little kid games. Y'all, what is it? Potato lady or potato man? Y'all done piece this and cut this. Yeah, yeah. Mr. Potato. Yeah, that's it. Y'all done Mr. Potato. Y'all done credit report, and then y'all had the nerve to go take this to the bank. That's what you did. You done did all this and took it to the bank. Now, applying. Everyone is victim of this because as soon as y'all see y'all scores go up into the 700s, y'all start applying for everything in the mail. Like, everything. Don't you understand? When your credit gets into a certain rank, you go into a certain pool of, like, solicitors, telemarketers. So that's all of a sudden, when your credit gets to 700, all of a sudden now you start getting Amex pre-approvals. You get a lot of banks start sending you emails out of nowhere. You go in there, you have a 700, 800, but you don't have a plan. And trust me, a lot of people, we done did the credit sheets. We done cleaned up our credit, and we just went ahead and start going ahead and apply. And I know a lot of you guys have been victim of that. I know that. So if you had this, don't be ashamed. Trust me, like I said, I'm here. I'm gonna teach you. We're gonna correct. This is a period of correction. So I want you guys to comment position. Go ahead and comment position. If you went ahead and had wrong reported balances, you start applying for credit cards and loans and stuff, not knowing what to do, especially if you about to go ahead and apply for an auto loan out of nowhere, you let them run your credit up, you went and they just, boom, without going ahead and ask some trade lines to your credit, without going to a credit union or anything, you went there and let them run your credit up there. That's not positioning yourself. That's an example of that. You have accounts on your credit. Right now, I know if you have a account on your credit, which is such as Credit AI, Ava Extra, those accounts you really can't even leverage. It's score padding to thick in your file to help you get some data points, but you cannot really build a relationship. You cannot use that relationship in the long run to get no mortgage. You can't use it to get an auto loan. You can't. That's how when you go to the bank, they start you off at $20,000 for an auto loan automatically. That's guaranteed. Off rip. They start you off. They start you off with that. I don't. My hair growing out, child. I don't even care. That's the least of my worries about my hair. Really, like, child. That's the least of my goddamn worries. My hair. I don't care about my hair being on fleek. My hair don't even need to be on fleek. But I'm about to go to an event. Child, my hairstylist about to go do my hair. My hair grows really fast, and I work out a lot. That don't even matter to me. Like, to be honest, I drive a 6-figure car. I could care less about my damn car. Like, about my hair being done. Half the time, people not even gonna see me. All right, so anybody have any questions? Any questions?
Okay, I got a question.
What's your question?
So, if we can't build long-term relationships with self and kickoff, what's the alternative? Like, what should we do?
The banks. Going through is the banks to actually have relationships. You want to have a relationship with the bank because once you start off with a relationship, that's how I tell people. Everybody be open up these accounts, and that's how people get into check systems. Now they can't even go ahead and get an actual bank account to start building a relationship, and they got to go ahead and take themselves out and start work backwards. Now you done ran through all the damn bank accounts. Even credit unions that really don't even pull check systems don't even want you because you done burn through all of them. Now you got to work yourself, taking yourself out of early warning, start taking yourself out of check systems, all this stuff before you can actually start going ahead and build an actual account.
So what banks are good? Like, what banks do you suggest?
I tell people credit unions. There's credit unions all over the United States of America. But credit unions here in Georgia may not be the credit unions available in a whole nother state. Like Navy Federal is not available in all 50 states. For sure it's not. Because in New York, you cannot get certain credit unions. Well, you cannot. Delta Credit Union is not in New York. Georgia owned credit union is not in New York. But here in Georgia, I can go ahead and utilize them. MCU Credit Union, because of my residency in New York, I have MCU, but MCU is not down here. But the thing is, you can deposit, you can withdraw from, if you have a credit, you just go and look at in-network. So which credit unions is in your network, you can go ahead and pull from the ATM without no fees. You go to make deposits and everything with no problem. So they still operate unified.
How much?
Thank you.
I mean, how long a relationship do you need with these banks?
I tell people, when you go ahead and open up your credit union relationship, wait at least 2 months before you guys go ahead, and you can go ahead and do it 30 days, but you want to make sure that account is open and start seasoning. Season as much as you can. Season your accounts. Add the money. Withdraw money. Go buy a Tic Tac if you need to. Just keep the account open. They see it's a positive relationship that you're building, that you're trustworthy. You're building trust with them. Banks work off of trust. So that's what I'm going to tell you guys.
How much money should you be pulling in and out?
The minimum they would ask, every account is different. Certain criteria. Credit unions ain't supposed to charge you any fees for even having an account with them. They're not. They're supposed to reimburse you. They don't supposed to charge you any fees, but the minimum is like $25 depending to open a checking or savings account. But you go ahead, majority of the time I tell people, go ahead, especially if you know you're not going to use that account really much, go ahead and open a savings to start establishing your relationship. Thank you. Child, my hair is the least of my worries for anything. Like, it is really not my priority at all. Like, half the time people don't even see me. Like, don't even know I'm in the building. So let's go talk about this credit, y'all. Let's go about making us some generational wealth, getting us some funding, getting us some understanding of credit and how we about to break it down, right? Some credit unions charge $5 to start a membership with them. Different ones have different requirements. You know, they don't all require the same thing. That's the benefits of having a credit union. They have a lot of products, and it's like certain perks to using them. And then as Delta Credit Union, I love Delta. I said they need to start giving me a referral code because they have a checking account for kids that once the kid about 13, 14 years old, the kids can start establishing an account and getting a credit card and yield accounts as well. The only thing they can't get is a credit. So let's go back to this topic as to credit, as why we getting denied, right? So let's talk about it. Let me see. Let me go on to Facebook because I'm annoying. Hey, girl. Girl, you need to come down to Atlanta. All right. So let's go back onto our live. All right. So as being that we're explaining the whole basics, the in and outs, thinking of problems and solutions, right, with credit, right? Everybody knowing that I started doing credit as Christina, the CEO, right? But now I'm expanding into more into the credit atmosphere because I'm seeing that a lot of people drop certain resources as a general basis, but I don't like that. I like customizing things for people, customizing it for a lot of my clients and breaking it down because everyone have a different starting point. Everybody. What may work for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. Like, every file is different. We all had different experiences when we all started this whole thing in criminal. The day we turned 18 and start utilizing our credit, we all made different decisions. Some people went ahead and got a crib, especially girls' emotions. They went and got a crib for a guy, got a car or whatever, repo, paid it off, crash cars, all type of stuff. Guys did the same thing, got a credit card and forgot about it, never paid about it. So everybody have different things. Me going ahead and generalize and tell everybody and get on here and tell everyone to sign up for certain things is not going to be it. It's not going to work. So everyone needs a certain journey, have a certain journey and a certain destination. So we all going to have certain starting points. Everyone is going to have different starting points, different variances. Is not going to be the same. not the same outcome. If that was the case, we all should just have a playbook and just run around and like, hey, okay, this here. This should not be a 720 or a 700 or a 600 or a 580. If that was the case, we all should just have the same playbook. But no, we all gonna have different scores, different age limits, different spending limits. Everyone's credit report is gonna always look different no matter what. Even if you give them the same outlet line, the same blueprint, it's gonna be a different outcome every time, regardless. Cause it's different age, different limits, different accounts. All that stuff plays a factor. So this is why we are expanding into CTC solutions. Fixing credit is the basics. Strategy is positioning the power.
Say that again.
Boy, leave me alone.
I want to hear it again.
No.
That was good.
And it's real. It's something that's an actual real topic.
So
because credit... No, it's real. I'm going to break it down to you. That's what I'm going to actually do. Because credit is really about, positioning yourself. Strategy. The score is really a small piece of the puzzle. There's more than that, as what we stated in the beginning of this live. The score is basically the little piece, the small chunk of it. So that's why you have to think of the bigger picture, the position, the breakdown, the plot, the plan. How are you about to dissect this? So that's why it takes just a person having to do with discipline, having to do with leadership, taking the initiative to do it and want it. How bad do you want it? What steps you have to take? What cutbacks you got to do to lower your utilization? What trade lines you got to do? If I got to not do this or do that so I could save up some money to go get this trade line so it's going to boost me up in the next run, that I could go ahead and unlock certain funding. That's what is my pet peeve when I hear certain people be like, I don't want to pay for a credit report, which costs them about $20 to $30 on average. They don't want to pay for a credit report, but you'll go ahead and go to the club and go buy a drink for $30 for 5 minutes. So you're going to feel nice for like a couple of seconds. Then you're going to go back to your house. If half y'all even have a house, or sleep on somebody's couch or something. Y'all gonna go sit there and think about, and this is life, and be comfortable, and then wake up tomorrow all mad again. Which I never understood that. I don't knock nobody. Everybody got different situations, but I don't knock nobody on that. I'm like, just pay the report. Pay the report. Like, just pay for the report. Sometimes I'm even giving you $1 report for $1. Here, let's pull your credit for $1. Make sure you just keep it updated. Let's start working. Let's start knocking out these negatives. I'm like, damn. But it just tells me a lot of the person as a general, how serious they are about life. Are they serious about life? I did a lot of reflecting for these past 2-3 years. And it made me understand the whole thing. And I was very passionate about credit. I love credit. I love helping people. But I had to understand, yeah, I could take a horse to the water, but I can't make them drink. So it made me sit back and initiate everyone around me, like judge everyone around me. We don't judge, but I had to really understand and really think to myself, I can't keep doing this. I'm going to end up setting call, drowning myself. Because, yeah, I want it, but I have to make sure these people want it just as bad or even more than me. Because at the end, it's going to benefit them. Anyone have any questions? Any questions at all? Any comments? Any curiosities about credit, about banking? Because we're going to knock it out the way. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty for you guys to understand credit.
I got a question.
That's the whole goal. Go ahead.
So how long does it take if you really focused on getting your utilization down and focus on the things you want us to do? How long does it really take for us to start building solid credit lines? And
So how long? That depends. So if you're talking about utilization in the mix, that's a whole different ballgame because some people utilization may be at 50,000. They done maxed up the credit card, done disputed everything up off the, like, they done did what they could do, so they have an outstanding balance now, 50,000. I don't know how your income is. You got to pay down that 50,000. How long you gonna take to pay that credit card down? Because utilization is about 30% of your overall score. So that's a big chunk. That's about a third of your score. So if you maxed out them credit cards, you're costing yourself a lot of points you throwing out the door. So you need to pay it down so you get your score back up. Or your game plan is finding a teammate that's trustworthy that you can help build their credit up and you transfer some of that onto their credit. You go ahead and get the Age Corp business credit and accept back the transfer. And transfer it back into debt into the business. Because the business don't report on your personal credit. So that's what you could do to hide utilization. So let's get back to this live, right? So if you guys are listening, you're still there with me, actually. Let's write this down. We're in actually school, but I haven't brought out the actual board where I'm writing things detail for you. But I'm going to break this down as much as possible before we do all the content upload of the lessons. So write this down. This is just a kickstart, just to get you guys in the door, get you guys thinking, get you guys warmed up about credit. What to do, the initiatives of what to do, how to do certain things. This is a kickstart, right? Pay before statement closes. So find your statement dates on all your credit accounts, installments, loans, lines of credit, credit cards. Go ahead, find your statement dates. And so you want to pay at least 24 hours before. You want to pay before 24 hours. Because sometimes these credit card companies have a little funny thing about moving the statement date and not telling people. And they go ahead and sneak report. And you like, damn, yeah, my utilization about to be good for this month. No, you see sayonara, see you next month. So let's pay about 24 to 40 hours before the actual close date, right? Stop applying for random cards, random accounts. That goes for these credit builders, these building accounts. You get them little approval things in the mail. Stop applying for these. If you don't know about it, go ahead and ask somebody that knows about credit. Go book a consultation with them. Let them break it down for you. Is this credit card is good or not? Because when your credit, especially when you start doing credit repair or whatever on your repairing your credit and building out your file, you're gonna get offers automatically from Mission Lane. You're gonna get automatically from Merck Bank. You're gonna get automatically First Progress. You're going to get automatically First Premier. You're going to get automatically one of the biggest subprime that y'all think that's not a subprime, that's really a subprime, is Capital One. So you're going to get all these places that's going to offer you credit, about $500 cards, $700, $800. Think about it. If you cannot use that card to go ahead and get a rental, it's not a good card. Because think about a rental is going to cost you about $400 security deposit than the amount of days and time for you to actually use the card. So $400 deposit, and you book that rental for about 3 days, it's $100 a piece plus taxes. That's over $1,000. If your card can't do that for you, it ain't good. So I want you guys, as part of your homework, write this down. Build one strong banking relationship first. Go ahead and find that credit union in your area, in your neighborhood. Go ahead, type on the internet, type in your zip code, type in credit union, best credit union for whatever you want to do. If it's to buy a home, it's to buy a house, or to get a car, or you want to go ahead and start a business credit or so, type in a credit union in your zip code and go ahead and write what you want it to do, and it's going to give you the best credit unions in that area. And go open an account. And if you want business credit, go ahead and open a business account. So last thing I need y'all to do before we close out this live is to go ahead and drop ready in the comments. If you want a 90-day approval, if you're aiming to get approval within the next 90 days, that's 3 months. If your goal is to start establishing some good credit history in the next 90 days, type ready. So I know that was a little bit of a lot for you guys. We broke a little bit down. If you guys are curious about anything else, go ahead and hit me in the DMs or book a consultation so we can go ahead and break everything down a little bit more. I hope you guys are taking your notes. Go ahead and look and let that mesmerate with you tonight so you can understand about credit and, break it down. Look and say, okay, I'll look at my statement dates, make sure paying down everything, just write it all down. Anyone have any questions for me? So we going to wrap this live on up because I want to be on here too late with y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for following and sharing. I appreciate it. It's late. I don't want us to take too much of the time right now with these lives. I don't want to do that because before we used to go ahead and do that. But once I figured out how to start writing on this board, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out. Thank you guys. So we're going to wrap this live on up. Don't forget to comment, share this live. Don't forget, there's a lot of information we actually dropping. I thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. See y'all later.